Welcome back. It's another Tiki Tuesday. We survived an entire week, and here we are again. Good to see you, Bex. Good to see you, Les. Yeah, earlier today we had all the mics on. Tonight we have none of the mics on, but we're working now. Good to see everybody. So, where should we start tonight? Well, let's start with some housekeeping. So, this is the 100th sketch. Don't forget, we were going to be giving this away to one lucky subscriber. So if you're a subscriber or if you're a Patreon member, you're automatically entered to win. And for everyone you refer, you'll gain another entry. So time is ticking. We'll either give it away before the end of this week, or we'll do the tallies at the end of the week and then give it away next week. But regardless, very soon, someone will be the proud new owner of Baby Yoda. Ooh, zoom. What's next? Oh. If you're a subscriber, you should have received an automated email today about getting a free sticker in the mail. Good for all US subscribers with US mailing addresses. So if you have not responded yet, please take a moment to do so and we'll send you one of these in the mail. And then last but not least, if you're a Twitch subscriber and you're getting close to your 6 months, we have a 6-month awesome acrylic pin for you in honor of your 6-month anniversary as a subscriber. So make sure to respond to that email and let me know that your 6 months is happening in November, and we'll get this in the mail to you. So it's a really cool acrylic pin, got the little pin back on it and everything. So these are super limited. There's only a handful of these, so it's going to be just for our founding members who are hitting 6 months. So that's coming up real soon. So be sure and stay on target and we'll get you one of those. Okay, that's our housekeeping for tonight. Whew, that was a lot of work. But good to see everybody. Les says, I had to send you a second email because I forgot to mention it on the first one. Well, I'm glad you did. I'm sure I would have caught it, but better safe than sorry. So tonight, making a cocktail out of the great Tiki drink book. And tonight's cocktail is the Zombie. Ooh, the Zombie. So it's a pretty good drink. It's got a golden rum, dark rum, 151 rum, pineapple, grapefruit, lime, grenadine, all kinds of good stuff in there. So the Zombie is the cocktail of the night from the great Tiki drink book. So let's see how that turned out. And the cool thing is we've got a brand new Tiki mug to put in. Look at this bad boy. Oh my gosh. So this is from the Aku Aku Tiki Bar in Orlando, Florida, where Chow Time and Randy are from, but they're not going to be joining us tonight. So that's sad that they're going to miss out. But here he is. I'll show him on the big camera too. Right? Isn't that thing amazing? So it's Gillman Chu, which is kind of funny. Gillman Chu, and he's got the skull there. I backed this Kickstarter maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and it is way more sizable, and the sculpt is amazing. Like, I don't think you can see the detail on the sculpt, but it's really nice. And on the back, it's got the Aku Aku Bar name. Really good. I added the Piranha stir from Lost Lake in Chicago because I might need that tonight. But anyway, beautiful mug. I believe you can still get these through Aku Aku in Orlando. I don't think they're totally sold out. Good to see you there, McShawn. So we've got our new mug. So let's see if we can see it there. And we've got our very, very beautiful cocktail. Give it one extra shake here. There it is. Oh, we hear Evan. Evan's here just in time. All right, so here we go. New mug. I'm going to try not to break it or spill anything on myself for the artwork, but we'll see if we can make it work. Okay, new mug, cocktail, here we go. We're christening the new mug. Look at that beautiful mug. Ah, how cool is that? Now this is 2 cocktails in this shaker as always, and I don't know how much we're going to put in there. He's getting heavy. Oh, look at that. All right, there's 2 cocktails worth in there. There might be room for a 3rd cocktail in there, guys. So he definitely holds a lot. He holds a lot. So we'll give him a stir with our little Piranha. Can you guys see the Piranha? Oh, come on, how fun is that? Give him a little stir with the Piranha. So tasty, so tasty. So, cheers to you guys. There's the new tiki mug. There you can see the taste. I even got pineapple ice that Christy made up. How beautiful is that? So cheers, everybody. Ooh, that is tasty. So tasty, and it tastes even better out of that new tiki mug. So, fantastic. Good to see you, Evan. Thank you for cheering 4 bits. Really appreciate it. Aloha to you, Quinch Press. Yeah, he's like, that is decently sized. Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, the size is good. The sculpt is really nice. And I like the fact that it's got the Aku Aku logo or name on the back of it there. So, and look at all these little details. It's got the little sculpt scales and fins and stuff. Really, really, really a cool mug. All right, so tonight's tiki drawing is going to be the Bali Hai. Now, it's not the Bali Hai that Evan used to do fire dancing at. This is one that was in Massachusetts, I believe. So let me check our critique history here. So this was in Lynnfield, Massachusetts, and it opened in the late 50s. And it was run by the same owners, the same family, until December 30th, 2018. So think about that. They made it that long, and they finally just had to go out of business. I guess they had no one to take it over or no one to keep it going. So that's quite a run for one little family to keep it going for that long in Massachusetts, of all places. But apparently it was really popular in the 50s and 60s. And they serve food and drinks, and they've got their own kitschy barware and stuff. And so, if people who lived in that area, I'm sure, collect it. But sadly, Bali Hai in Lynnfield, Massachusetts is no more. And so tonight we will honor it with a sketch, with a drawing. So jump in and get started on that. But cheers to you guys. Hope you're having a great Tiki Tuesday. Let me know what kind of cold beverage you are enjoying tonight. I want to hear from you. I want to know what you're partaking of. Because mine is really good. And hopefully yours is too. You have to let me know how the music audio is tonight. I fiddled with some volume settings and things today, so if it's a little too low or a little too high, just let me know and I'll make some adjustments. And we've got, I think, 2 new tracks in our royalty-free Tiki mix tonight, so I keep adding new tunes whenever I can. Since we can't play the licensed stuff on here, I just keep trying to find the best of what I can of the royalty-free stuff. I think some of it's pretty good. It's got that tropical vibe, which is what we all want, right? Do some shading there. Really, nobody's got any cold drinks tonight. No one's partaking of the tiki beverages. Maybe Quinch Press is still mixing his. Maybe that's why we haven't heard what he's drinking yet. But don't be shy. Get on the chat. Let me know what your tiki beverage is. Let me know what tiki joints are either reopened where you are or you're dying for them to reopen. I was saying earlier, one of my favorites in Arizona, in Phoenix, has recently reopened, but it's a really small place, and it's underground and tight, and I'm not sure I'm ready to go back there just yet. It doesn't seem like it's the best place to social distance. There's some places that have like outdoor patios, and I think that all makes sense, but this place is like really, really tiny. So I'm going to wait before I go back there. Wait until we've got better news about COVID. McShawn says, I'm making a gin and tonic right now. That's awesome. Let us know what kind of gin you're drinking. you have a favorite. I know some people that are even really picky about their tonic, right? They're like, oh, I only drink this special tonic water. Here's Quench Press's recipe of the night. 1.5 ounce of plantation rum, 1.5 ounce of European rum, 1.5 ounce of 1792 small batch bourbon, 3/4 ounce Portuguese cold brew coffee, 3/4 ounce Demerara simple syrup, in a beach bum berry Mai Tai glass. That sounds fantastic. I'll have what he's having. That definitely sounds right up my alley. Quitch says, I wasn't mixing, just typing. Yeah, I'm not sure which takes longer on that drink. It's got quite a few things in it. McShawn says, I like the Hendrix Midsummer Solstice with Fever Tree. Yeah, that sounds good. I like somebody who knows what they like. I remember being at like one of those San Diego Comic-Con industry parties one time, and there was like, you know, we're at a party with people we do know and we don't know, right? Because it's an industry thing. So there's going to be people you know and there's people you don't. But within our group of, say, you know, 15 or so people, only about half of us were going to this particular, or had invites to this particular party. And so 2 of us run into each other early. And I was like, well, let's go to the bar, let's grab a drink, you know. What do you like? Well, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Well, I'm not sure. Well, do you like vodka or gin or whiskey or, you know, what kind of alcohol do you like? And like, I don't know. I was like, they're like, well, I don't know. Normally I just have a beer or something, whatever everyone else is having. And I'm like, well, I'm having a whiskey drink. You're not going to want that. And so it makes me appreciate people who know what it is that they like. When you meet people who don't, they like, you know, they don't know what they want. They don't know what they like. They don't remember from one bar trip to another if they enjoyed something or not. You're just like, you're useless. Quench Press says, I forgot to mention chocolate, sarsaparilla, and aromatic bitters. Ooh, that does sound very, very good. Sounds like a really nice little drink. Got some thought on my marker tip there. So yeah, this place was in Massachusetts. I think that I had read that it might have reopened this year as like an Asian restaurant, not a bar, but still with like a little bit of a tiki theme. So not sure if that's really in the same spot or just related to it, but at least this cool architecture isn't going to waste, we hope. Yeah, Christy and I are finally getting caught up on some television shows, and I mentioned it earlier today, but the Queen's Gambit show, oh my goodness, is that good. Now, I've only seen the first episode so far, but I'm hooked. I am 100% all in, and I know some people have already streamed the whole first season, but I'm trying to dole it out an episode at a time. But I really enjoyed it. I don't know what I would compare it to, but it's definitely good, and so I'm all in on that. I cannot wait to see more. McShawn's like, the Queen's Gambit is so good. Yeah, I think so too. I'm really into it. Super enjoying it. I'd love to show off this new tiki mug and take a drink. If anybody has a hydrate to spend, to redeem. Bex says, I really enjoyed it. They did such a good job. Now, Bex, I don't know anything about the source material or anything, so without spoiling anything, will there be a season 2, or is it like a one and done story? Thank you for the hydrate, Bex. Let me hoist a giant mug. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I'll get to the other hydrates here in just a minute. Thank you guys so much. I like it when everybody takes a hint. All right, thank you, Let's Do This. Cheers to you. Quinch says, I don't know, I didn't know what I liked that long ago. Not that long ago. I would only drink at places that had cocktail menus, and I'd look more for the mixers. If there was apricot, lavender, elderflower, or something like that, I was sold. If I had to come up with a spirit I wanted or a classic cocktail, I had no idea. That's interesting. I think I started with classic cocktails, and I'm only just now finding like the sort of flavor profiles and pairings and stuff, you know, where it's like, well, if you like this drink, you'll like this drink, whereas before you might be a little less prone to try something new because you just go with like the same thing you always order, you know. So that's been fun. And I think Quench Press, you know, some of the bartenders that you've introduced me to, it's definitely, you know, they've been helpful because I can just tell them, I'm like, oh, you know, I like this kind of thing. So what can you do that's in that family or in that genre, but yet sort of unique? And that's been really fun. Okay, so Evan, here's number one. Thank you, Evan. So good. So good. Christy went to Total Wine today, and she stocked up on like lots of mixers and supplies and stuff. So that's why I can make more adventurous things out of the book tonight. Beck says, I think it's a one and done. I looked up after I finished it. It's got historical personas, but not based on true story. Yeah, I wondered about that because I know I could tell that some of it was like based on stories that I'd heard in the past. So that's interesting to know. But I assumed it was fictionalized overall. Beck says the way it finished felt like it was complete. Okay, cool. Well, I'm still looking forward to it. I don't think it needs a season 2. It seemed like it was going to be a one and done. So I'm actually kind of glad to hear that. And you know, hopefully it'll just open so many actors that I recognized in there from other things. And so many of them are British and stuff, so even though they're doing American accents. So I meant to look up and see, you know, was it actually made in the States or was it made somewhere else? It's just supposed to be set in the States, so I'm not sure. I don't know. Everything's made in Canada these days, right? Quench Press says, that was something I liked about Tiki. I did realize I liked rum and I like tropicals, so almost any of it was good, and that was easy. McShawn says, hey Bex, did you also watch it in one go, or am I the only one shirking responsibilities, lol? Yeah, Bex says, I definitely watched it in one go Friday night when I should have been doing other things. Yeah. I would. That's a show I would binge, but I'm gonna, for the time being at least, I'm gonna dole them out. I'm gonna watch that and The Undoing. And before it goes off the screen, here's Evan's second hydrate. Thank you, Evan. And Gillman Chu thanks you too. Oh. And I've seen so many people online hating on The Witches that I find it really funny. Because like I've said before, it wasn't a good movie. It wasn't a bad movie. But it's just funny watching some people's reactions. Some people are just so freaking out about it, you know. Evan says Mondo on Friday. Evan? I need more explanation, Evan. Quinch says, I haven't started watching Queen's Gambit yet. I definitely want to, though. I will tell you that it's one of the... I mean, I've only seen one episode, but it was one of the best new things that I've seen in a long time. And The Undoing is definitely good. Like, I've only seen one episode. I would say it's like your standard, like, procedural, just with, like, more famous, like, Hollywood-type people in it and stuff. Oh, Evan says, The Mandalorian Season 2. Yes, of course. I mean, I think we're all counting the seconds for that one. And I think maybe hoping that they don't screw it up, right? I mean, I don't think they will. I think it's going to be just fine and totally kick ass. That's my hope, at least. It's hard to tell from the tiny pictures I could find of this, but I think this was supposed to be like their little like tiki guy. I don't know if he was like based on a monkey or an animal or what, but it's definitely a little bit of a challenge to see what was going on with him. But some sort of little mascot guy of some sort. Beck says, I watched the first few episodes of Blood of Zeus this afternoon while working. Now, you said that's on Netflix. Is that right, Bex? It's good so far, and the ancient Greece architecture is so on point. And she's like, yeah, it's on Netflix. Good, I'll check that one out. I'm always looking for new animated fare, so I will definitely give that a watch. Because like I said, always looking for new animation to check out. I was doing really good for a while about watching stuff on HBO Max, but the selection's kind of limited because it's branded Crunchyroll, but it's only like a sampling or something of it, which seems stupid. Like, if you own Crunchyroll and you've got X millions of people signed up for HBO Max, just give them the whole thing, because most of those people are not the audience that's gonna go, oh, I'm gonna spend an extra $10 a month to get this Crunchyroll on the side. No, they're not. So just include it and then use that to grow your fan base, you know? I have spoken. Beck says the person animation is not as smooth as other things, but I think it's on purpose, but I'm not sure. Oh, okay. I'm curious now. I dig things that are stylized. I mean, I still remember watching Akira. My friend who knew about it, he brought over his own Laserdisc player so we could watch it in 70 millimeter. And he's like, dude, are you ready? You know, and I had grown up with Disney and Don Bluth and stuff, and you know, my only knowledge of anime at that point was like, you know, stuff that had aired on television. So probably the closest thing we got was you know, Macross. What do we call it here? Shit, why can't I think of that? You know, with the transforming airplanes. I don't remember. But anyway, we watched Akira, you know, in 70 millimeter. It was like this big on the TV screen, but wide. And afterwards, we're just like, what did we just watch? That was amazing. It was like, mind's blown. Yes, Robotech. Thank you, Evan. You know me, start drawing, it just all goes away. Kaneda Tetsuo! Yeah, Robotech. That was like in my hometown, or in Kansas City where I grew up, it was like on a little UHF station at like, you know, 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning. And so if you wanted to see Japanese animation, that's what you had to get up to watch it. But it was so good. And they're all on Amazon Prime now, and you go back and rewatch them, and it looks almost crude by today's standards. You know, it was so, like, at the time, it was just like breathtakingly beautiful animation compared to anything else. And you look at it now and you're like, yeah, it's okay. We're just so spoiled now. Everything's so good. I'm not sure. And of course, all the like G.I. Joe and Jim and stuff, that stuff was all, you know, storyboarded in America, but animated overseas. And that's really what kind of set the stage for things like The Simpsons and Family Guy and stuff to happen. Quinch Press says, I think I saw Akira first at the Valley Art in Theater in Tempe. Oh, well, that would be cool. That'd be a cool place to watch it. Yeah, Kansas City used to have quite a few art house theaters. You know, we forget, like, we have access to so much now, and, you know, in the past that just wasn't the case. Like, I remember, you know, having to drive, like, over an hour to an art house theater to see, like, Reservoir Dogs and, like, Water for Chocolate and films like that just the regular movie theaters just wouldn't show. You know, they either thought it was, like, too adult or too bloody or whatever. It was just like, we're not showing that Miramax crap, you know. Why would we? We can show blockbuster, huge Hollywood films. Why would we show anything with like substance or anything? I think the only one of those that like broke that mold was like Sex, Lies, and Videotape. It became such a hit in the art house theaters that like AMC and all the big movie chains wanted a piece of that action. And they're like, yeah, we'll show it. We'll show it after whatever it was, you know, after 8 p.m. or after 7 p.m. or something like that. And we're all like, oh wow, that's so cool. Beck says, Blood of Zeus is kind of dark and edgy and gory, but if I'm still watching it, it can't be too bad because I do not like gore. You know, it's weird like how popular gore is right now. And like Christy and I really like Lovecraft Country, but I think one of the reasons that we're behind is the gore. It's just, it's not her favorite thing, and it's hard for her to watch or to deal with. All right, I hate to bring it up again, guys, but boy, I sure wish I could take a drink of my beverage. I get like 5 at once or none. McShawn says, is it wrong that I'm trying to wake Tomcat up by spamming his phone with text messages so he can join Tiki Tuesday? I'm pretty sure that he mentioned earlier today that he would not be around for Tiki Tuesday. But you know, you feel free to wake him up if you want to make a connection with him. Cheers to you, Quinch Press. Oh, it just gets better and better. McShawn says, well, his account is the one with the hydrates and bits. Oh, I see how it is. He keeps all the hydrates and bits for himself, huh? Well, no worries, McShawn. I know that some of these people have tens of thousands of bits and points and ink drops and stuff stored up, so no, we're not we're not worried about you tonight. But yeah, Tomcat's gone for a couple of weeks. So while the Tomcat is away, the McShawn will play, drinking her adult beverages and wasting the day away in Margaritaville or Arizona or wherever. Don't forget, McShawn, the president's going to be here tomorrow, so, you know, stay off the roads. I appreciate you guys not giving me flack when I make fun of the president. Dex is like, I also make fun of the resident orange. Quinch says, my friend Jane is from Ireland, and she and her father both used to work for Don Bluth. She moved to Phoenix because of the Fox Animation Studio. Yeah, man. I've met a couple of people over the years that had worked there. Really sad that got shuttered. I met Don a few times, worked with him on one comic project. Well, I guess two technically, but one where I colored his artwork or painted over his art or whatever you want to call it. And I mean, just like super, super talented. Like I've really never worked with only one or two other people who are at that level where they can just like, you know, you rattle off the name of a character and they just draw it from memory. And it's just perfect every time. It's very impressive. That said, when you talk to him a little bit, you understand that his reputation is like well-deserved. Like, you know, his reputation for being hard to work with and his reputation for pissing off the studio bosses and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, he dances to the beat of his own drum, you know, and I just don't think he's interested in like playing anybody else's game. So, you know, super talented guy, but I'm not sure Hollywood will give him any more chances. So it's sad because he could do so much. I mean, his legacy is so amazing, you know. Thank you for the hydrate, Bex. Cheers to you. Quench Press says she worked with James Owen there. Oh, really cool. Hey, Monique. Good to see you. Hope you're doing very well. We're drawing the Bali Hai from Massachusetts tonight. Enjoying cocktails out of the new Gillman Chu mug. What? Look at that. Ooh, Gillman Chu. So this one's gonna be a little faster than usual tonight. I've got quite a few comic projects that I'm working on, so probably just do the black ink on this and no color tonight, but it's still a Tiki Tuesday. We still have fun. I want to hear what you guys are up to. Besides animation, what about like are there any like video games that you could point to as being like either like creative influences or maybe a game that like you were like addicted to, you had to play it all the way through to the end? Because I'm not a big gamer, but there's like, you know, there's one or two over the years that like grabbed me. And I was like, oh yeah, gotta play this one. I think one of them for me, it was a James Bond one. It wasn't the GoldenEye game that everybody loves. It was I'm trying to think if it was a Sean Connery one or if it was. Oh, thanks, Evan. I'll get that in just a second. I don't remember now, but it was a James Bond where it took place in Las Vegas. Like a lot of it was at the dam, Hoover Dam, and it was just so well done, and the first person shooter part was good, and all the sort of puzzles and riddles and things were really good, and it just felt like James Bond, and you just wanted to keep playing it because it was very rewarding and enjoyable. Thank you, Evan. Here's number one. Ooh, that's good. I can tell that's got 3 kinds of rum in it. Boy, oh boy. Can't go wrong with 3 kinds of rum. I mean, 2 kinds of rum is just not enough. You gotta have 3. Quinchpress says Dragon Age is probably my favorite video game series. Well, tell us about that, Quinch. What was Dragon Age about? What's your character role? What's your goal? That kind of stuff. Bex is like, yes, Dragon Age. Cheers to you, Evan. Thank you. Bex is like, Dragon Age, Inquisition. Quinch Press says, I almost went for 3 kinds of rum, but I only went with 2. I thought about only doing 2 tonight, and then I was like, what the hell? Tiki Tuesday only comes once a week. We might as well live it up, people. Live it up and bring on the 3 kinds of rum tonight. Now next week, who knows? It could only be a 2 rum week. We'll have to see. I grew up around cars. My dad was a mechanic, so I always liked a lot of the driving games. So in the arcade, things like Spy Hunter and Pole Position and Outrun, and on like the home systems, I always liked like Project Gotham and the WRC Rally series and stuff like that. And I kind of think anything to do with like, you know, not really just driving cars, but like, you know, sliding around and drift racing through cones and stuff like that. Like all the car control kind of stuff, I think I really enjoy more than just the like racing to go fast stuff, you know. There's a certain, there's a certain reward or good feeling that you get when you like can get that like perfect combo together. Oh, I did that. I did a clean run on that course, and I didn't hit any obstacles. Plus, I got style points. Plus I was the fastest. Plus. And so you're always like challenging yourself to just push a little bit harder and a little bit harder. I like those kind of things where you can like incrementally, achieve more. Quinchpress says, you are a gray warden. The blight has consumed the land. It turns people into monsters. Gray wardens undergo a ritual where they expose themselves to a little bit of the blight. Those who survive become immune to its effects. Then they go out and fight the monsters. That sounds cool. Quinch says, this is only cocktail number 1. Next one will have 3 kinds of rum, maybe 4 to make up for slacking. Well, this one is 2 cocktails in 1 mug. I could have fit a 3rd cocktail in there. It's amazing. And Evan, if you're still listening, I'm going to say you're going to want to pull the trigger sometime in the next 10 minutes. If you want Gilligan's Island this week. And we don't have to do it every week, but if you want it, that's my suggestion. Did you guys see the news story that I think some people in it was in California, but I don't know if it was Beverly Hills or not, but one neighbor had been playing the Gilligan's Island theme song on super loud blast to annoy the other neighbor in hopes that they would leave. And apparently the courts have had to issue orders against each of the neighbors to stay away from each other. And one neighbor was supposedly caught videoing the other neighbor in the pool and all kinds of weird stuff. But the big story was the Gilligan's Island theme song. They were using it to torment the neighbor. And I thought of Evan. All right. There goes Evan. He's like, it's time. If you guys are watching, there's a little nub in the back of this mug, like a little gill. There it is. Perfect resting spot for your thumb. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it's perfect. Quinch Press says, speaking of island TV shows, did you see PJ Harsma is working on a TV show called Ohana? No, I didn't, but I like PJ's stuff, so I would be interested in that. Okay, guys. Here we go. Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailor man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. The minnow would be lost. The ship set sail... Uncharted desert isle with Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Mary Ann, here on Gilligan's Island. So what you guys don't know is I mess up that same line every week because the spoken lyrics on that one line start before the printed lyrics show up, and I always get it wrong. Thank you, Evan. Thank you so much. Thanks for coming, and thanks for making me sing every week. Hopefully you guys survive that one. Quinch Press says, you need a hydrate after singing. Cheers. Quinch Press says, Gilligan's Island, where they actually listen to the professor and not the millionaire. Yeah, no doubt. No freaking doubt, man. That's hilarious. Well said. Oh, Evan redeemed hydrate. We're getting down there, guys. All right. Thank you, Evan. Cheers to you. And Ethan McShawn says, yes, well said, Quinch Press. I agree. Well, guys, we're getting close on this one. Another Tiki Tuesday in the books. Another Gilligan's Island in the books. Hopefully you're singing along at home. That's what I like to think, at least. Quinch says, it's a meme going around. I can't take credit, but it's so true. Evan says, was there a stream earlier? Yes, and we missed you. Yeah, there was a stream earlier. I started on some new Star Wars Mandalorian artwork. So we got the basic inks roughed in today, and then we're going to paint on Thursday. And I have some brand new gouache paints to try out. So we will see how those do. And I might even do maybe a comparison video or something. We'll see. But I've been threatening to get some new paints to try. So I went ahead and did it. McShawn says, Tomcat has never seen the show, but he at least knows the words to the theme song now. Well, he has an excuse for not seeing the show, clearly, since he's not originally from here. But I think with streaming and everything else, someone's got to, like, at least force him to watch an episode of Gilligan's Island. And while we get towards the end of tonight's drawing, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's watching and listening. I know not all of you can be on the chat. Some of you are watching from work or listening in your car, and I appreciate you. Thanks for following. Thanks for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. Support the channel. If you like this kind of content, hopefully it's worth something to you. And of course, we reward subscribers, so stickers and pins and all kinds of fun stuff that go out every once in a while to subscribers. And of course, if you want to get all the rewards, you need to go over to the Brian and Dr. Christie Patreon. Become a member there. And we have lots of different levels where you can get artwork and you can get things in the mail, tutorial videos, all kinds of good stuff to make your life better and support all the content that we're creating, right? So, people helping people, that's what it's all about, right? Look at that, guys, we did it. Bali Hai in Massachusetts. Who knew? Massachusetts. Tiki Bar. But there it is. Just a few little details, and I think we'll have it. Evan says, bummer, I fell asleep and had to shift my work schedule. I'm up late now. I hear you, Evan. You know, we've got this weird little, after a really slow year because of COVID, we've got this weird little busy time right now, but I feel like it's temporary. So I'm trying not to change my life for it yet. But I have a lot of coloring and stuff to do tonight still and in the morning. So I totally hear you about the need to like shift the schedule and adjust things around. You know, the holidays are coming up. So everything will be a little different for a while. But we're gonna make it work. Hey, and don't forget, guys. Oh, let's do this. Thank you for the cheering. Thanks for cheering 5 bits. Don't forget, guys. I got tons of art for sale at octopolis.com. Because of COVID, the order deadlines this year are going to be way sooner than normal. So December 10th is going to be the final day to order anything if you want it for Christmas. And honestly, with the way things are going at the post office, I would get it even earlier. So basically what the shop software and the postal services and the shipping and everyone, they're basically telling everyone, like, you need to be thinking like 2 or 3 weeks in advance of your normal holiday schedule. So, you know, if you want a sketch for yourself or for someone as a gift, or you want to purchase some of my artwork, just consider doing that here the last week of October or the first couple weeks of November, so that you know it's going to arrive on time, because we would definitely hate for anyone to be disappointed. Oh, hey Bex, thanks for slapping the Unidab sticker. That's one of my favorites. I like the Unidab, and I think there's a farting unicorn too. They're really awesome. I love both of those. And wait, can we get the unicorn to stand on the sidewalk there? There we go. It's perfect. He's going into the tiki bar. He's gonna get a drink. Yeah, it's perfect. Evan says, I've been sending Christy emails late and hope I don't wake you guys up. Be careful with Christy, because she will check her email all night and stay up all night. So me, I switch mine off when I go to bed. I'm like, it can wait till morning, but she's not like that. All right, guys, let's see. Let's run some credits. Let's see. All right, so subscribers hang out with me for 60 seconds. Non-subscribers are going to see an ad, and then we're going to run the credits. And then, let's see. It's Tuesday, so it's Quinch Press's turn to choose the raid. So we'll let Quinch Press choose that. And while we're doing that, just a reminder that, where did our stickers go? Where my My kingdom for a sticker. Just remember, if you're a subscriber, you got an email today about getting your free sticker for being a subscriber. So make sure you respond to that email, because you will not get your sticker if you don't respond and give me all your information. So respond to the email and get your ghost trap sticker. And don't forget, if you're a Twitch subscriber and your 6-month membership, your subscriber membership, if your 6 months is happening in November or maybe even in December, let me know. So respond to that email, let me know, and we will send you one of these Stay on Target pins. This is a really cool acrylic pin, just for subscribers who are on their 6th month. So 6 months with no breaks, right? 6 months in a row. It doesn't count if you subscribed for 3 and then went away for 3 and then came back for 3, right? 6 months in a row, you will get one of these pins. These are super limited. I only have a handful, so it'll just be for those founding members who have stayed with us from the beginning. But if that's you, make sure and email me and we'll get you one of these. All right, so with that, let's roll the credits. We'll be right back. Woohoo! Look at those awesome cheers. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You know, even when I'm having a bad day, I can count to come and hang out with you guys on Tiki Tuesday and make it all better. So it's awesome. Quench Press says, I put in Smith & Cross Overproof Rum, Plantation Pineapple Rum, Ray and Nephew Rum, Appleton Estate 12-year rum, and a little 1792 bourbon with aromatic orange and Mikasa bitters. That's like a bunch of types of rum. So you win. You win the rum game today. So Quench Press with all those different types of rums. Who are we going to raid tonight? Inquiring minds want to know. Looks like Comfort and Adam might be up. Oh, hey, Decidius. Oh my goodness, we haven't seen you in so long. So good to see you. Man, you missed a great Star Wars stream earlier today. Make sure to come back Thursday if you can. And check out the Star Wars stuff I'm working on. All right, Quench. Looks like Comfort and Adam are doing some stuff. Oh. All right. Yeah, let's go for Comfort and Adam. We'll do that. All right. Cool. So, guys, thank you so much for your likes. Thanks for your follows. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. All the cheers, all the bits, all the sticker slaps, all the sound alerts, all the hydrates. You know I appreciate that. And especially to our Patreon members. If you're not a Patreon member, go over and find the Brian and Dr. Christie Patreon and just look at the rewards. I'm not even going to tell you to support me. Look at the rewards and decide for yourself if there's one of the tiers there that would make you a happier person every day. I think there are. Quench Press gave me a hydrate. Thank you so much, Quench. And with that, we're going to raid. So get your likes and your cheers and your emotes ready. I'm going to remind you guys to stay on target.